Ian Fraser-Williams, Ewan Dennehat, Sean Samade, Charlie Walker-Smith, Stuart Aduru, Chuck Sokoli, Benji Casey, Dante Martin and Mackay Bernard-Ferguson in his starting 11. It's a Jean Ray Greaves, Jack Mason, Sebastian Bonsu Amako, Odaton Lamadi and David Angie Boone on the bench. And then for David Wright, it's Ruben Wayford in goal, Stevie Browers, Zaid Mande, Zach Thompson, Lenny O'Sullivan, Bobby Sains, Ahmed Omar, Charlie Wood, William Unadike, Nelson Eze, Jaden Adipiti, Indiana Peda, Edwin Tyward, Roman Burton Jurevich, Vasisa Longway and Archie Brown complete the lineups for these two teams. And we are under starters orders here. And off we go. So it will be Ipswich looking to set the tone early. They've sent the ball down the right-hand side quickly. It will be headed away. Be down by Wood, though. Flicked on, and Ipswich have it around about 25 yards from goal here. They've tried to feed it out onto the left-hand side, but Judd recovers it for Palace. Judd looks to go down the line here early. Set off for the runner of Dante Martin, who's done well to win that in the corner for his team. Back to Bernard Ferguson. Bernard Ferguson looking to tap it past his defender. He's done very well to get into the box. There's early calls for it. And the referee has awarded a penalty here. It's inside the first 30 seconds here. And the Eagles have themselves a penalty. It's really good footwork by Bernard Ferguson. And Ipswich a little bit too quick to get their feet. And we'll see it again here. Got the ball off of Dante Martin, who did well. He's tapped it past one defender. And Lenny O'Sullivan puts his hands up in, I didn't touch him, ref, but didn't look like that was the case, and it will be Benji Casey lining this one up. And as we mentioned, 6 league goals in 3 league appearances for Benji Casey. Can he make it 7 from 4? It's going to be Casey against Rayford. Casey steps up and tucks it away. And inside 2 minutes, Crystal Palace have themselves a lead. It's Benji Casey. It is what he does at this level. That's his 7th league goal in 4 league fixtures for the Young Eagles. It's a fantastic start for Crystal Palace. Again, it was really good work from their front 3. Martin recovered the ball in the corner. Bernard Ferguson won the penalty, and Casey stuck it away. See it again here. Just rolls it past the goalkeeper. Keeper was a little bit unfortunate not to potentially get hands on that, but Benji Casey won't mind at all. It is Crystal Palace 1, Ipswich Town 0. As they are off and underway once more. It's taken nicely by Ipswich Town on the chest there. Will be played out onto the left-hand side. Will it be kept in? It will be by the feet of Mande. Plays it back to O'Sullivan. Back to his goalkeeper, Rayford. Rayford, forward. Down the left-hand side here, looking for Adetiba. Back to Mande. Sains plays it back to O'Sullivan. Ipswich Town maybe just trying to settle the nerves here. It's a bit of a shock to the system when you can see the penalty and a goal inside of 2 minutes, as Ipswich look to now just have a spell of possession and just calm things down as Sains takes it over halfway. It's back to O'Sullivan. Goes back to Rayford. You can see Ipswich just trying to make things work down one of the flanks as Thompson lumps that forward. And Nelson Eze wasn't quite on his toes as the first sight of Harry Whitworth. Palace now down the left-hand side, looking to advance forward and to play through the lines. The ball is overhit, goes back to Ipswich Town. As these two teams, as we mentioned, coming in with a slightly different set of circumstances. One full of confidence, one still trying to find their feet in their first season at this level. As the ball is won back by Crystal Palace. It's good work by Walker Smith. Composure from him. Smade out to Judd. Bernard Ferguson let it run on. Gets dispossessed, but Judd recovers it for him. As Danaher plays it back, and Samade forced back to his goalkeeper, who will drill that one forward. It's over halfway. Not quite cleanly taken by Zach Thompson, but it will be enough. But that pass is not what he was desiring there, and as a result, it'll be a Crystal Palace throw just on halfway. Taken under control at the throw-in, but Ipswich Town win it back here. There's dispossession there, and now Palace may be able to break. There's a beautiful ball through the lines here. It's advanced forward. It's a good opportunity. It's a really good save. It was Dante Martin feeding Adoro on the left-hand side, but just couldn't quite find the finish past the goalkeeper. Instead, Ipswich Town will put this one forward. There's half-height appeals for an offside, but ball won't stay in anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We'll see it again. It's a beautiful ball through by Dante Martin, and again, just it's a good save by the goalkeeper, but Aduro just tried to flick it with the outside of his boot, just couldn't find his way past the goalkeeper. But at the moment, 6 minutes, well, we're into the 6th minute here for this fixture between Crystal Palace and Ipswich Town, and certainly Crystal Palace certainly looking to be the progressor of the ball. It's a wonderful ball through, no flag, and it's a wonderful finish by Dante Martin. 6 minutes gone here. Crystal Palace are 2-0 up. Dante Martin with a wonderful finish. And it's a fantastic through ball again. But they are in dreamland here, the under-18s. Xavier Alonso will be delighted with his charges. They're, as we said, 6 minutes in, 2 goals up. And they are already in a brilliant position, in control of the game. We'll see it again here. It's a ball onto the left-hand side. That may be Fraser Williams, who puts a beautiful ball through the lines. Dante Martin very much onto it. Goalkeeper near enough on his 18-yard line. Makes it very hard for a finish to go through, but Dante Martin clips that one off the post, and it's into the back of the Ipswich Town net. It is a lightning start for Crystal Palace here. 2 goals to the good. Into the 7th minute here. They look to be all in control. As the ball is back with Whitworth. Whitworth under no pressure. He's had to now pick it up because Ndike has gone forward to press him. It's been rolled out underarm to Samade. It's Judd. Wants to chip one down the line, but it's intercepted, but recovered. Second ball by Crystal Palace. They seem to be doing that very well in the opening stages as Dante Martin finds himself free again. This time he flays in Benji Casey. Casey striding towards the box, rolls it across, looking for the back post. It was Aduro arriving, but he was just a little bit too late. He still recovered the ball though. Here is Aduro. Aduro looking to make something happen. It's good defensive work by Browers, and we'll go out for a Crystal Palace corner. You can already see from Xavier Alonso's lineup within the first 8 or so minutes here, there's that fluidity that they have where Dante Martin is just picking up in channels. You've got the likes of Bernard Ferguson that is moving into channels. You've got Casey, who is going to always be a threat. Aduro making himself well known here. It's a very fluid top lineup and team as the corner gets set here. Ball delivered into the box, in towards the back post, but it's a little bit too much swing on it. Certainly, as you can probably hear over the ambient microphones, the wind kicking up again, but probably had more to do with that corner ending up on the roof of the net. It will be a goal kick for Ipswich Town, but at the moment there seemingly is only one team in this, and it's Crystal Palace. Riding high in the confidence. They're second in the South Group at the moment. They finished 6th last season, a point behind Fulham. But, of course, that doesn't always tell the full story, as a number of their players stepped up and played into the under-21s, as Martin looks to try and break away from his defender again, but it's dispatched by Ipswich Town. Certainly some exciting talents within this Crystal Palace lineup. Ipswich Town, they have the ball just over halfway. Wood. Ball sprayed out onto the left-hand side, but it's overhit for Adetiba. Overhit ball by Sains there. It will be a throw-in for Crystal Palace. Only team better than them in the Premier League Under-18 South group at the moment is Arsenal. They sit top of the tree. You can certainly see a team riding high and full of confidence as Dante Martin looks to try and wrestle that one away from his defenders, but it's Sains who comes back up with it. Hands it back to his goalkeeper. It's going to be pressed by Martin. Ipswich looking to play through the press. Ball chipped forward, but no one there really to target. Looks like Adetiba has just tucked in a little bit too much for David Wright's liking. It's really leaving their attacking options a little bit isolated down this left-hand side as the ball is thrown in and headed clear by Judd. Again, Crystal Palace doing well, just showing their strength and doing well to win it back, and free kick is given, much to the appreciation of Javier Alonso on the Crystal Palace bench. It's good work from Palace to win themselves a free kick just around about 5 yards inside their own half. They play it backwards to their defence, and they will look to try and come forward again. Walker Smith back to his goalkeeper. You can see the comfort level that these players have between one another as well, as the ball looks to be delivered forward. There's again a bit of pressure from Crystal Palace on the Ipswich Town back line, but the ball will escape their clutches once more. Lofted forward, and it's again well won there by Sean Samade. Duro plays it back, and again it's all about just being comfortable in possession for Crystal Palace. Certainly with the senior team, you see a lot of that through Glasner's side. Looks to be something that is brought through in all levels of Crystal Palace. As Palace win themselves a throw here, despite some decent work down the left-hand side by Ipswich Town. Of course, for the seniors, that FA Cup win still very fresh in the minds. Of course, with European aspirations as well, going into this full Premier League season for the under-18s, of course. Their aspirations are certainly to go better than they did last season, but you could certainly see the quality that they have at their possession. There's 11 or so minutes gone here. They're already 2-0 up, and they are providing plenty of threats and plenty of issues for Ipswich Town to look for. But that's a poor kick there, and it's bounced kindly for Ipswich Town, but Whitworth came out to almost apologise to his team for that goal kick and manages to take it under his spell, and will now roll out to his feet and will distribute this one forward. Looking for Casey. It's going to be recovered in midfield by Bernard Ferguson, but it's eventually played backwards there by Danaher. Out onto the left-hand side here for Fraser Williams as Coley tries to play an advanced ball forward, but surrendered possession for his team. But again, you can see the work rate from Crystal Palace. They are just looking to constantly get this ball back. If they lose it, they know the preciousness of keeping it, as Adetiba has it for Ipswich on the left-hand side. Goes across field for his teammate. It's going to be lined up a strike from distance, and it's over the bar. It was always rising from Ipswich Town. There wasn't anything too much for Harry Whitworth to deal with on that occasion. It's going to be played short to Whitworth from the goal kick, and now Crystal Palace can build up from the back once more. Just cutting through balls we've seen already in the opening third of this first half here have been dangerous, to say the very least, as Danaher goes a bit aerial with that one. It gives Casey something to chase. The goalkeeper's outside of his 18-yard box. He's got to be careful there. away with one to Ipswich Town. They've got to be very, very careful. As Sains recovers the ball, plays it down the left-hand side. It was looking for teammates as Whitworth comes out and decisively kicks that one forward. It does go out of play and probably out of the training ground. See the differences there in the dealing with the ball is that Whitworth understands that he's got to just get that ball clear. Whereas you can see, at least from Ruben Rayford, that he's just trying to play it out and keep control of the ball. But now Crystal Palace have it once more. And they have it momentarily until Charlie Wood takes the ball away from them. Puts it across to his teammate. Right-hand side of the box, chipped in towards the back post and overhit and out for a Crystal Palace goal kick. So, quarter of an hour gone here between Crystal Palace and Ipswich Town. If you are just joining us, Benji Casey and Dante Martin have opened the scoring here for the Young Eagles. 2-0 ahead. And Crystal Palace had a penalty inside of a minute. As there's an offside flag against Crystal Palace. Will be O'Sullivan to play that one short to Sains. Thompson forward on the right hand side to Omar. Omar cross that forward to Eze. Omar again. Has he got there ahead of his man? He hasn't. Good defensive play by Chuksakoli. Lifts it forward. Martin tries to keep that one in, but it will be going out for. And Ipswich Town throw in. Throw in from Ipswich, looking for Eze. Made back though and won by Crystal Palace. So Danaher takes it under control and rolls it back to his goalkeeper. And as we said, there seems to be a fluidity about this Crystal Palace side, and there certainly seems to be a calmness and knowing and trusting your teammates in possession of the ball as the ball is prodded forward here to Dante Martin. Plays it into Benji Casey on the left-hand side. Casey looking for support. Eventually comes the way of Okoli. Okoli knocks one across to Jasper Judd. Judd into the channel for Bernard Ferguson. Bernard Ferguson plays it back to Judd. To Danaher. A good spell of possession here for Crystal Palace. Samade plays it across to Walker Smith. Out to the left-hand side here for Fraser Williams. They're just happy enough to have the ball at this point in time, Crystal Palace, and certainly for the control that they've exerted here, it's probably the best thing for them to have. As it's a bit of a tussle there between Casey and his defender, but it will go the way of Ipswich Town. It will be a free kick just outside of the penalty box of Ipswich Town.
Yes, something different, Will. Something different else, Will. Cross.
Rayford now looking forward. Looking up towards Eze. Looks to get the flick on, but doesn't win it, and instead goes back the way of Crystal Palace. It's scrappy in midfield there, but it's going to be brought down here by O'Sullivan. To his goalkeeper, Rayford. Rayford forward again. You can see the tactic there for Ipswich Town is getting forward towards Eze. It's good physical work there by Unadike. Plays out onto the left-hand side. And Adetiba. Marked out of it by Judd. And Danaher showing some really good composure there. Very much applauded by teammate and coach alike. There's the ball delivered forward. It's a good knockdown there by Martin into space, but it's recovered. But it has now been won in transition by Crystal Palace. Here's Aduro. Martin on the left-hand side of the box, plays it into the middle, was looking for players that weren't there. As Eze chips it, looking for Edatiba, and good challenge there by Danaher, takes a shot from distance, but it's into the hands of Rayford quite easily. Rayford with the ball forward, Eze with the flick on, but again, Marshall clear by Crystal Palace. I need to get the ball back to Ipswich Town, and it will be Browers on the right-hand side. Looks for support from Omar. Omar in towards the 18-yard box, but he's dispossessed. And it will be given as a goal kick to Crystal Palace. There's Whitworth. Holds it out to Samade. Samade chips that one forward. Rangefinder not quite on target there. We'll go out for a throw into Ipswich Town. The throw in for Mande. Down the line it will go to Adatiba. Adatiba does well there, manages to get the ball clear, but he may have just played Zach Thompson into a bit of trouble here, but it's not pressed by Aduro. Back to Rayford. Rayford taking his time. Plays this one forward, looking for Adatiba over the top, and he's found him there, up against Judd, one-on-one. Goes into the 18-yard box. Adatiba maybe looking to fashion a strike. There's appeals for a penalty, nothing given. As Jasper Judd now leads that one away down the right-hand side. So defence to attack pretty quickly, but it's a good blocking challenge there by Mande. Judd to Samade, who's pressed partially there by Unadike. The ball clear is pressed, and as a result, Ipswich Town have themselves a throw here in relatively good position. And about 25 yards from goal here. If they can make something happen at this throw. It's cut out by Palace as Danaher tries to go and challenge Eze, but the ball will come through kindly for Harry Whitworth to take under control. And the most that Harry Whitworth has had to do in the opening 20 or so minutes here between these two teams is just take the ball and roll it out. He's not had to do much in terms of opportunities. He's not had been forced into any saves. All the action has been down the other end for Crystal Palace and for Ipswich Town that they've had to contend with, as Samade now plays it out to Danaher, who just looks to peel into those pockets defensively to allow players like Judd to float forward. It's Whitworth. There's a ball into midfield as Aduro plays it to Martin. Martin looking back for Aduro. It's fallen to Casey. Back to Aduro. Aduro looking for Bernard Ferguson, but it's cleared away by Ipswich Town. It's been all Crystal Palace here so far between these two teams. Whitworth has the freedom of Crystal Palace to play that one out. Samade plays it into Bernard Ferguson. The ball is pinched away by Eze, who does well. But he's also played his team into trouble there. He's also pulled back Dante Martin as a result. A free kick is given. Around about 10 or 15 yards just inside of Ipswich territory. It's taken quickly by Danaher, but the referee was not happy with it. Been called back, and Now it will be rolled to Samade down the right-hand side. Samade has Judd on the overlap. Will look to use him. Danaher. It's Walker Smith. Walker Smith to Samade. Samade out to Judd. Judd rolls it in towards Casey. He was looking to evade his defender, but at the moment Ipswich Town are really penned back into their own half here. As the ball eventually comes to Whitworth, but they are really penned back in and they're not able to get an attacking threat forward. As the ball goes over the top here from Samade, Judd going to go and press it, but you can see there that left wingers, their left winger is kind of tucked in. As Eze gets it forward, Adetiba taken down in the challenge by Samade. It certainly looks as though Ipswich Town are looking to now try and add counter-attack. Is their mode of tactic here. What's the issue with that, of course, is you have to soak up the pressure with it. Of course, in the early going, probably not the best idea, being 2 goals down early on, to then try and sit back, absorb pressure, and then counter-attack. You're going to have to play through it, as there is a good ball played there to Bobby Sainz. Sainz advancing towards the 18, stutters too long, and Danaher does very well to recover the ball and win his team with free kicks. Really good play there by Ewan Danaher. And at the moment, the Ipswich Town look like they're advancing. They look like they are going to cause some danger here for the Young Eagles. There's an Eagles defender to slam the door right in their face, or in that sense, Ewan Danaher peeling into a pocket and making himself a nuisance. Here's Walker Smith down the left-hand side now. Here's Fraser Williams. Already has 1 assist to his name. Looks for Martin again. Martin this time has the ball. Takes it past the defender momentarily. Looks to go past him again. It's brought down. Nothing given by the referee, though. Instead, here's a goal kick. Good defensive work there by Zach Thompson to not give away the foul. And goal kick taken short to Rayford. Forward looking for a red shirt instead. Danaher taken down in the exchange with Charlie Wood. Play the ball quickly. It's a good ball down the left-hand side there by Okoli. Here's Fraser Williams. Back it goes, though, to Okoli. Cody just setting himself before playing the pass. Here's Walker Smith, down to Samade. Samade looking for a ball into the channel. It's good movement there by Benji Casey. Casey inside the 18. Can he shake off his defender? Going to play it back to Sean Samade. Good recycling of the ball. Really, really good football principles here by Crystal Palace is that if you can't get beaten down the one side, just recycle the ball, play it backwards, play it to a player that's in your colours, and just retain possession, and then look for finding the gaps and pressure as they tries to press the goalkeeper Whitworth, but Whitworth a little bit too cool for school there. Headed under no pressure, Ipswich Town, as Sainz looks to recover it. It's Adetiba who does, but the ball is not under control by either one of these teams at the moment. Hopefully somebody does stick a foot on it, as it looks to be Ipswich that do so. As they look for a chip through the line to win a DK, but a DK flagged as offside. They're closing on an hour gone here between these two teams. And it looks to have settled into a bit of a rhythm now between these two. It certainly looks as though that Crystal Palace are happy in possession. It certainly looks as though Ipswich Town are happier to try and counter-attack, as Okoli has it in the centre circle. No pressure really to him, as Samade now picks up the ball and now ventures over halfway. Goes back to his goalkeeper. As you can just see there, there's momentarily no Ipswich players in the attacking half. They certainly want to try and defend as a unit as the ball is played through a gap there to Aduro. It's Fraser Williams. Fraser Williams gets past one, but his touch is heavy as Akoli plays out to Aduro. And Aduro keeps it in, and Aduro now looking to charge at the defensive line. It's Wood up against him, but what's the referee given? He's given a corner. So a good win there by Crystal Palace. As you can hear in the ambient noise, you can just hear the wind kicking up a little bit. You can see the trees swaying slightly in the background. It's not the easiest conditions to play in South London. The sun is out though, which is a big bonus for both of these teams. It looks to be Judd that stepped up to take this corner. Judd will deliver it in towards the back post, looking for Martin. It's headed off of Wood onto Martin, and the goalkeeper happy enough to get that one into his hands. And he rolls it out quickly, and now there could be a break here for Ipswich Town, as Adatiba has got some room to run. He's got an option in the centre should he look to use him. He's up against Samade. It's Adatiba, and it's over the bar. Left-footed strike was always going to be difficult from that angle. He had Sean Samade for company in the end, and it just forced an angle that just wasn't there for him. The first real opportunity or sight at goal for Ipswich Town in the opening half here between these two teams. Samade. Here's Walker Smith down the left-hand side now for Fraser Williams. Back to Walker Smith. Goes back to his goalkeeper. Again, Crystal Palace just happy to have it in possession, which, again, if your opponent does not have the ball, they can't hurt you. But they've surrendered possession there to Sands, who's had it over the top, and Eze just, again, a little bit flat on his feet. And Crystal Palace have possession of the ball once more. As you mentioned, score stays like this, it will be 3 wins from 4 for the Young Eagles, having only slipped to that defeat against Chelsea. It's a good takedown there by Martin. Martin into Casey. Casey on the left-hand side. Duro's peeled into the centre, as has Martin. Nicoli across the right-hand side. Judd fakes the pass down the right-hand side. Now turns in field as the right back. Judd now plays it towards Bernard Ferguson, who just can't keep it in. It's a good show and take there by Jasper Judd. As there is a Ipswich player down. It looks as though it might be a hamstring, as the players take the opportunity to go and speak to their managers and coaching staff on the touchline. You'd imagine that the team in the centre of your screen are the happier of the two at the moment. Javier Alonso. I'm getting instructions and a bit of refueling. And Alonso showing that, having a whiteboard and magnets on the substitutes bench isn't necessarily a bad thing. So you just wait for the Ipswich player to continue to receive treatment. But it looks as though we're about ready to get started once more as Okoli just gets a bit more instruction from his manager. I'm sure Alonso won't want to take any of the attacking talent away from his team at the moment, because they are very much in the ascendancy in this game. 2-0 up, thanks to that very early penalty from Benji Casey. And that ball that was played delightfully by Kean Fraser-Williams through to Dante Martin, who stuck it away for 2-0. There is a fluidity and a freedom that this Palace side are playing with at the moment that, as we said, Javier Alonso will be more than happy to try and encourage as we get restarted here with around about 10 minutes left in the first half, plus whatever is added for stoppages. I believe that stoppage is probably the only stoppage that we've had. Well, the ball is surrendered, though, by Crystal Palace as Ipswich look to advance forward. It's Omar trying to break through and can't really clear it as Danaher eventually lofts it over the top and gets it clear, as now maybe can put the rubber to the road as now Martin looks to spring clear. Martin plays it into Aduro. Aduro rolls it across the box, looking for Benji Casey at the back post, and he's hit the post. It was a wonderful free-flowing move from Crystal Palace. Turned defence into attack in the blink of an eye. We'll see it again here. Dante Martin rolls a beautiful ball into Aduro. Aduro rolls it across. Benji Casey at the back post. I'm not sure if it actually came with the back post, or actually it might have just been a really good save from Ruben Rayford. And judging from the resulting corner, it was a wonderful save from Ruben Rayford. Crystal Palace, again, they turned defence into attack very quickly there. They were in their own 18-yard box, and with one lofted ball from Danaher, Aduro and Martin and Casey were sprung away as Judd takes it from the corner, delivers a beautiful ball into the box, headed clear by Ipswich as it'll come down at the edge here for Aduro. Aduro does well, evades, captured by the Ipswich defence and fires one at goal, but it's into the safe hands of Ruben Rayford. Rayford looks to play it into Sains, who it's a good bit of confidence there by Ipswich Town. They're going to have to build something up just before half-time, maybe to unseat the confidence of this Crystal Palace side. The ball down the right-hand side now, ball into the box it goes. It's all the way through the box. It's cleared away by Bernard Ferguson. And Casey uses his strength and rolls away from his defender. Now he's up to full pelt, has Dante Martin ahead of him. Martin takes a good touch here, looking to get round the defender. Does well here, does Dante Martin. Scrambles on a goal. And Ipswich just about scramble it clear via way of O'Sullivan. But it just goes to show you how quickly this Crystal Palace side can attack. They will fly forward given the opportunity. As Judd plays it forward, and now it will come forward by Walker Smith, who's advanced very forward from his centre-back position. He's played it kindly to Dante Martin, the edge of the box. What a finish that is from Dante Martin. Top right-hand corner, keeper left with absolutely no chance, and Dante Martin has his second. That is a wonderful finish from the forward. All came from the advanced run from Charlie Walker-Smith from centre-back. And again, when you see defenders come forward, it makes it more difficult for the opponent to track them, because you're not sure who's meant to pick up a marauding centre-back. He makes his way through, prods it into Dante Martin, and look at that for a finish. Goalkeeper left with absolutely no chance. And Dante Martin has his second of the game, and that puts Palace 3-0 up. A really confident performance in the opening 39 minutes of this fixture. And the man centre of your screen has been pivotal to it. Dante Martin with his second of the game. As Ipswich Town get us back underway once more. Ball forward on the right-hand side. Can Ipswich Town get something before the half? Because looking at how confident Crystal Palace are, they are very, very comfortable on the ball, very comfortable with their 3-goal lead. And Xavier Alonso will be delighted with his team as Judd now takes it back up on the right-hand side, evades the challenge from Sainz. Judd up against Adatiba, does really well, the right back. Can still going is Judd, as plays it to Bernard Ferguson, who goes down. Nothing is given, and the referee... What was the referee given here? Is he given a free kick here? Or is he given a corner? We'll have to wait for confirmation. It looks as though he has awarded the free kick in the end. So it will be a free kick just outside the 18-yard box on the right-hand side here for Crystal Palace. Judd stood over it. I think it would fancy an outswinger here just to swing it in towards... That's in the box. It looks as though it's going to be Judd. He's going to play it back to the edge of the box. It's Aduro into a wall full of red. As Aduro goes to win it back. It's a really good challenge on Ipswich Town, but Crystal Palace will fire that one back and will be taken by the goalkeeper as Sainz looks to bring it forward as it's been dispossessed as Denahat plays it into Casey, but Casey gets it back. Judd will take it under control. Today's captain for Crystal Palace. And again, he'll be delighted with how his team have played so far. Closing on the final stages of this first half. Crystal Palace 3, Ipswich Town 0. Penalty inside of a minute for Benji Casey, and 2 from Dante Martin have put the Eagles in a commanding spot here as the ball looks to go through the lines here again. Aduro's escaped at the back post. It's Aduro. He's dummied the goalkeeper and he's rolled it home for 4. And just like that, Crystal Palace sliced through Ipswich Town. And the Eagles have set their eyes on their prey today. They are 4-0 ahead. It's Aduro who's been full of running and certainly deserved a goal. We'll see it again here. It was miscontrolled by Browers. We'll see it again here. Again, it's good charging through there. Again, Charlie Walker-Smith coming through. Plays it to Martin. Plays it, and it's a first-time ball from Bernard Ferguson. It's not cleanly taken by Browers. Doesn't realise that Aduro is on his shoulder. Really good composure from the youngster to take it round the goalkeeper and slot it home for 4-0. It is all Crystal Palace here. 4-0 up. They've continued their goal-scoring exploits in the Premier League Under-18s South Group. You can see why the team are sitting in second place before today's game. Only bettered by Arsenal. And these are very, very, very high quality goals that we're seeing from Crystal Palace. If they're not beating them by skill, they're beating them by their willingness to go after loose balls, their willingness to go and run into places that their opponents might not necessarily run into. As a result, closing in on the final moments of this first half, 4-0 ahead. Walker-Smith plays it forward into the channel. It's cleared away by Thompson. Ipswich Town trying to make something happen here. As we mentioned, it's their first season at this level, having been promoted to Academy 1 status, or Category 1 Academy status. And they finished 9th in the second tier last season. As we mentioned, they've not had the greatest of starts here, as Judd might be looking to inflict more misery. Ball into the box. Aduro under control in the box. It's back to Okoli. Okoli out to the left-hand side here for Fraser Williams. Back to Okoli. Okoli now escapes his defender, ricochets off the referee. The referee will bring him back for a drop ball. Here's Judd. Flight to ball in towards Martin, who uses his body to shield the ball. There is an offside flag from the near side linesman. If you are keeping score at home, that's Aduro's third in 4 league games for Crystal Palace so far this season. So certainly sharing the goals between them are the front men. Of course, they had that big win against Birmingham City on the opening day. It was 8-0. Commanding performance against the Blues. And of course, it was the Benji Casey show against Spurs last time out. Certainly by committee, they are beating players with wonderful passing play and build-up, as now Bernard Ferguson challenged on the right-hand side. A little bit heavy for the referee's liking by Mande. It will be a free kick, so we are into stoppage time here between Crystal Palace and Ipswich Town, and it has been all Eagles in this first half. Ball played to the edge. Samade leaves it for Denahau. Chips a ball in towards the back post as it's come the way of Martin, but again flagged as an offside call. Martin, of course, on a hat-trick. Certainly looked to emulate his teammate Benji Casey's exploits from last match, as Ipswich Town looked to get something going just before the half, but they're dispossessed in transition again. It's Okoli, plays the ball through the line here to Fraser Williams. Fraser Williams, it's in towards the box, it's rolled across, Casey's at the back post. Ball is in the back of the net. The linesman has flagged for offside. As a result, it will not matter either way. Benji Casey will not have his second of the game. I think it was the offside for the pass before the potential assist. Hence where the ball was being spotted. Ipswich Town, just with this throw, surely coming into the last actions of this first half, you feel. It was a rather lengthy stoppage for the defender being down as the ball's chipped over the top. O'Sullivan had to make the interception. The ball has evaded Wood. He's battling with Okoli. And he's lost out to Okoli. Be a free kick here for Crystal Palace. They take it quickly. The referee's not happy with a moving ball though. Going out to the left. Aduro. Fraser Williams. And there goes the half-time whistle at Crystal Palace's training ground. It is Crystal Palace 4, Ipswich Town 0 in this Premier League Under-18 South Group fixture. As we look to get underway, it doesn't appear that there's been any changes from either side. Of course, we'll keep you up to date as and when they happen, but it will be Palace from right to left on your screen in their traditional blue and red, and Ipswich in their all-red kit from left to right as they look to start things off brightly. Ipswich. There's already a bit of pressure on the back line of Crystal Palace after the break. I've noticed one change. It looks as though Yusisa Longway has came on for Ipswich Town. course, when I count up the numbers, I'll try and figure out who he's replaced. Meanwhile, it's a big handful of Dante Martin's shirt in the corner there from Zach Thompson. I think it's eventually been given, as a... Oh, it looks as though it's gone as a throw-in. Thought the referee might have pulled it back there for the shirt pulling from Thompson. It will be a throw-in from Fraser Williams into Martin. It struck a goal. What a wonderful left-footed finish that is. That's Mackay Bernard Ferguson. He hit that one sweetly from the edge of the 18-yard box. Keeper had absolutely no chance, and that is Crystal Palace's 5th. And they started the second half much like they started the first. They have got themselves another goal to talk about. And it is Mackay Bernard Ferguson. See it again here from the throw-in. Again, it was good hold-up play there from Dante Martin. Just uses his strength. He's caught on the chest there, and on the half volley, it's a wonderful finish from Bernard Ferguson. What a start for Crystal Palace in this second half. If the result wasn't beyond doubt before, it certainly feels as though it is now. 5-0. They have been free scoring, as we mentioned. They scored 8 on the opening day against Birmingham City. They scored 2 against Chelsea in that defeat, but they also scored 3 against Spurs. They're currently sitting on, I think that's 18 goals in 4 league fixtures for this young Eagles side. And it's not over yet, of course. There's still another half of football to go as Aduro sprays one out onto the right-hand side. It's good feet from Bernard Ferguson. Back to Danaher. Danaher with the floated ball into the box, looking for Aduro. And it's a forced save from the goalkeeper, but there is an offside flag up. Keeper didn't know that when he made the save. But the ball played back to Crystal Palace cheaply there. It's cleared away by Ipswich Town. And to be careful, they don't make things worse here as Dana goes up for a challenge. And so he collided with Wood. He went clutching his head, which of course, got to make sure with head injuries and protocols these days, you've got to make sure that obviously everybody is okay. Danaher back up looking alert, but of course still got to make sure and check. It's part of those concussion protocols. Been a real bright player for this Crystal Palace side today, has Ewan Danaher. He's just dropped into those defensive pockets as and when required. It's allowed his fullbacks to go forward. In terms of Fraser Williams, beg your pardon. Jasper Judd, been able to just float forward and knowing that they've got security in terms of Danaher and just allows them to go forward. But he's been impressive today, the youngster. Looks to be up and fit and ready to go. Just needs to be allowed back onto the field. Down the right-hand side now for Ipswich Town, but it floats out of play. Omar just couldn't keep that one in. Fraser Williams back to Walker Smith. Here's Whitworth. Flicked on it goes. And Crystal Palace, they'll look to try and keep this one in, and they've done incredibly well down the right-hand side. It's Bernard Ferguson. He concedes the throw-in. It's good defensive work there by Ziad Mande. Be a throw on the far side for Ipswich Town. They scored once in the opening 3.5 league fixtures, Ipswich Town. They look to try and get themselves on the score sheet here as Omar tries to go forward. Tries to go inside of it. Aduro battles well. It's good feet there from Browers down the right-hand side. Browers looks to chip one in towards the goalkeeper. It's over Whitworth. And Adatiba was closing in at the back post, but it was over him too. Bright spell here from Ipswich Town as Wood plays it across. Aduro putting his skates on here. Aduro has Martin ahead of him. Skips in field. Aduro chips one out onto the right-hand side. It's a little bit over hit and it goes out for a goal kick, but you can see with Stuart Aduro, every time he picks up the ball, he is looking to gallop forward and use that pace of his and trickery to unseat this Ipswich Town defence. Ipswich take a short goal kick. Down the left-hand side it will go. Judd is locking down his opposite number. Long way, plays it back to his goalkeeper. It's going to be under a bit of pressure there from Martin. The ball isn't cleanly taken forward as Coley plays the ball through, but Martin can't get a hold of it. Browers down the right-hand side now, picked up by Wood. But Wood isn't able to keep the ball in and will go for a Crystal Palace throw-in. I think if you're David Wright at the moment, I think you'll just be encouraging your players to just try and keep the ball and just stem the tide of goals that certainly came at them here this afternoon. The throw in there. Martin takes it under control, but uses his physicality. Wood does well. Stops progress for a moment, but then allows Omar into the game. Good work down the left-hand side defensively from Kean Fraser-Williams. Walker-Smith out onto the right-hand side. Good pressure there by Ipswich Town. Clearance forward by the Palace goalkeeper. Benji Casey trying to get back involved here. Gives away a foul against Lenny O'Sullivan. That's a poor giveaway in transition here now. Danaher has an opportunity, chips it over the goalkeeper, but O'Sullivan's back to clear it away. Here's Aduro trying to get a hold of that again, but again, Ipswich Town playing really dangerously here. I appreciate the keeping to your characteristics and your playing style, but at the moment you are living very dangerously, Ipswich Town. Here's a ball into Bernard Ferguson. Ferguson to Judd. Judd, beautiful ball in towards the back post. It's headed clear. It's only down to Aduro, who can't get his strike away. Fraser-Williams. Back to Danaher. Here's a Coley. Back to Judd. Judd does well. Judd steps in. It's a ball over into the box. It goes all the way out for a goal kick though. But again, just danger lurking for Ipswich Town every turn here.
Not too deep.
10 minutes gone in the second half here between Crystal Palace and Ipswich. Did not take it Crystal Palace long to get their 5th goal. They might be on the road to trying to get some more here. Here's a Coley into Casey. Casey has Martin ahead of him, but the pass is overhit. As you can see at the bottom of your screen, Palace coaching staff still encouraging their players to learn from some of these errors, learn from their mistakes, because again it will certainly stand them in good stead for future games. Of course, this will be their 4th league game of the season. still going to go massive games in massive teams in the division, of course. Arsenal, who are ahead of them at the moment, they're still a team that Palace are going to have to go and play. But you want to keep that confidence as Fraser Williams strides forward. Chip the ball into the box, but O'Sullivan will clear. Judd with a header back. Bernard Ferguson out to Judd. Judd with the ball into the box as evades Aduro. Will be a throw-in just shy of the 18-yard box of Ipswich Town. Eze loses the header out for Ipswich, and again, Crystal Palace are able to recover the ball. Samada back to Whitworth, who under no real duress has sprays the ball out into the right-hand side. That's a wonderful ball over the top, but it's a little bit overhit. The idea certainly will be applauded, and the idea was certainly the right idea, but it was overhit for Mackay Bernard Ferguson. And Eze dispossessed by Danaher. Judd. There's a Coley up to Danaher, but a signal for a handball against Ewan Danaher from the linesman. If you're looking to keep up to date with the other scores around the division as the ball goes into Rayford's hands. Arsenal drew with Chelsea 1-1. Villa lost 4-0 against Leicester. Blackburn and Stoke finished Blackburn 3-2. Birmingham City and Fulham currently 3-2 as Mackay Ferguson looks to make it 6. Bernard Ferguson in again. All these goals are going to count double come the end of the season, you feel. Well, this Crystal Palace side are going places. They are 6-0 up here. Mackay Bernard Ferguson with his second of the afternoon. See it again here, just robbery of the football. Danaher plays it out wide. And Bernard Ferguson sized up his defender, goes past Mandate and fires the ball and rolls it into the far corner. Goalkeeper had absolutely no chance. 6 goals to the good. Some really classy operators on display here for Crystal Palace, as substitutions are here for Ipswich Town. Indiana Peda on, as well as Roman Burton Jurevich. And you do feel a little bit here for Ipswich Town. It is their first season, as we mentioned, having been promoted to Category 1 academy status at this level and in this division. And they are certainly feeling the effects of a different level that they are playing at, as the ball is recovered by Whitworth. Have only scored 1 goal in those opening 3 fixtures, and as it stands at the moment, they've got none today, and with a quarter hour gone of the second half, it's very much been one-way traffic, as the scoreline suggests. Not only have Palace put together some really smooth moves, they've also really made mistakes pay, as Eze goes down the line here, and could be an opportunity here for Ipswich to go forward. There is a foul there by Walker-Smith brings down Unadike. It'll be a free kick for Ipswich Town. They'll need to decide who's going to stand over this one. It will be the substitute Longway. Longway takes the short one into Unadike. Charged down by Fraser Williams. It will go for a corner. The corner will be taken by Pedder. Pedder delivers it into the box. It's a good delivery from the substitute. Header was met, but it goes out of play and wide of the post. Good delivery from Indiana Pedder. Of course, if it stays like this as well for Crystal Palace, this will be their first clean sheet since the opening day. Of course, that will give some confidence to their defenders and their goalkeeper. It looks as though there is a triple substitution inbound. Looks to be Sebastian Bonsu Amako, Oladoton Lamidi, David Anjibaud coming on. Wait and see who is making way. It looks to be Chuksakoli being one of them. That's Fraser Williams, that's another one. They've both had very good games this afternoon. Dante Martin giving us a little bit of keepy-uppy before he goes off as well. He's had a phenomenal afternoon. Won't have his hat-trick. I'm sure Javier Alonso is probably having a consolation conversation with him to say, look, you did your part for us. He certainly did with that brace, that one from the edge of the box that left the goalkeeper with absolutely no chance. Be interesting to see what the substitutes can do now for Crystal Palace, whether the intensity stays the same or increases probably from the substitutes. They'll want to no doubt get in on the act. Ipswich looking to, again, just try and play football and get through their opportunities as Anjibaud gets his first touch, and it eventually does break here to Samade. Walker-Smith to Lamidi. It's good to see already that the substitutes just fit into this lineup as Casey goes forward and he's up against O'Sullivan. Casey being held up. Judd plays it back to Onsu Amako. Tamade. He just fit into this lineup as Aduro takes it under his spell. He slipped but still manages to keep control. He's found a beautiful ball into the box. It's a really good save from the goalkeeper, but there is an offside flag up against David Anjibaud. .25 minutes left to go here, and Palace still looking dangerous and still looking to progress forward and launch attacks at will as they do get into the corner. Bernard Ferguson and Judd trying to get themselves out of a cul-de-sac. It's O'Sullivan who chips it forward this time for Ipswich, but Samade just takes that one under control. Walker-Smith. Good strength shown there by Palace. It will be a free kick here. Around about 25 yards out here, with around about 25 minutes to go. It's going to be Jasper Judd that looks to be stood over this one. I don't think he'll be going for goal. I think it'll more so be drifting this one into those notable options. Kevin Anjibaud certainly will be in and amongst that lineup. Judd floats this one in towards the back post, and it's headed clear by Zach Thompson, but there's a whistle in there and an infringement. It would be the offside flag that is up. And free kick taken quickly by Ipswich Town is O'Sullivan. In field they go to Ipswich's long way. Eze gifts possession back, but Charlie Wood's there to recover it for Ipswich Town. And Ipswich just, there's moments where they look like they're going to break forward and they just surrender the ball. Danaher back to Samade. To Charlie Walker-Smith. Down the line it goes to Lamidi. Back into Danaher, who's been a real metronome for this Crystal Palace side today. He seemingly just launches those attacks. And he's the link from defence to midfield. There's a bit of pressure there from Angie Bowd, but the goalkeeper stands up strong to it. Ball chip forward from the goalkeeper, but it's 2-0-1. And Palace are able to recover it, and it falls to Aduro. Aduro looking for that split through ball again. Lamidi was staying strong there, but it's good defensive work by Ipswich. But they are pressed out of it. Here is Onsu Amako. Ball into the box, but the goalkeeper comes up with it. Wood has to check and see if there's any surrounding players. Certainly the way through this Palace side, you'd be playing it quickly and trying to unseat them. Here's Eze. Ipswich, have they got an opportunity in the box? They haven't, because Walker-Smith is there. He's going to come back kindly here and
Roman, stop crossing over. Good. Yes, Roman.
Walker-Smith again just looked really cultured and just looks really confident bringing it out of the back line, but Lamidi not up on the playbook there, and it goes just behind him, and the ball is surrendered to Ipswich Town by a throw-in. As Aduro wins the ball back, Bowers has gone down. Aduro still going here. Aduro closing in on the 18-yard box. Aduro with the strike. Good save from the goalkeeper. I think Bowers got a sore one there, and he's still down on this near side. It's not a head injury by the looks of things. It certainly looks as though it's that thigh or his leg that's giving him some bother. I think he's more so asking the referee as to why it wasn't given as a foul. So he's getting his treatment for cramp here. To mention the intensity, just a different level for Ipswich Town this season. Something that they will have to get to grips with. And as play goes on, and Bowers is welcome back to the field of play. Ball down the left-hand side now for Ipswich Town. Samade wins the header, and Eze goes in for a painful one. He gets ahead there, and there's a brilliant through ball, but it's over a little bit too far over for the number 9 of Unadike to get across and get that ball instead. It comes to the Crystal Palace number 1. It's played short, and again, there's good press there from the captain, Charlie Wood. And Palace able to play through the press and play a brilliant ball down the left-hand side. Lamidi does get it under control and now can put the burners on, and he gets forward onto the left-hand side. Lamidi with the ball into the box. It's gone through. Could have been a touch there. It's fallen to Angie Bowd, who takes a right-footed strike at goal, and it's over the top of the bar. Would have took one. Felt like a toenail, and he would have gone into the back of the net from that cross from Lamidi. Just needed somebody there to get the right touch, but no one was there to get it, and it evaded anybody arriving. As Ipswich Town play out from the back, but they're pressed again. Here is Danaher, and it's in towards Casey. Casey makes it 7. It's a second for Benji Casey. It's his 8th in 4 league games. Certainly one to watch if you are a Palace fan. You'd certainly want to see him come through the ranks. I believe he's already featured for the under-21s in the National League Cup this season. Again, Ipswich just trying to play through. They're trying to keep their way of playing. Dana plays it in. It eventually comes the way of Casey, and Casey tucks that away. Certainly got an eye for goal, the youngster. 8 league goals in 4 league games. Certainly one to watch. That is 7 for Crystal Palace. Around about 18 minutes to go here, give or take. Pulled up to Eze, but it's cleared away again by Crystal Palace. Eze does well to flick that one down, and it'll eventually come the way of Eze again. Will Eze take a strike at goal? It's just wide of the post for Nelson Eze. It's the first real opportunity he's had here this afternoon. Largely kept quiet, should I say, from a Palace perspective. When Ipswich have picked the pocket there, there's an opportunity here for Ipswich Town. Again, throwing bodies in it. They want this clean sheet clearly, do Crystal Palace. Angie Bode plays out to the left-hand side. There's players queuing up to take that ball. One was Aduro, but it's Lamidi chested down by Casey, and it's swiped at goal. And it's just about dealt with by the goalkeeper at the second time of asking. I think that was Danaher with the strike from the edge of the box. They've kept to their principles, Ipswich Town, but I think it's a little bit being to their detriment this afternoon as Walker Smith looks to loft one forward. Here's Aduro. Onside is Aduro. He's up against Browers. Aduro turns his man well. Aduro forces the save from the goalkeeper. Around about a quarter of an hour left here, plus change. Ipswich are 7 goals to 0 down against Crystal Palace, but they're looking to bring it forward. They're just robbed in possession once more, and Crystal Palace are able to just take it under control. Whitworth looking to just reset his team. Here's Walker Smith. Looks to stride forward again. Does really well, Walker Smith. Casey evades attention for a moment. Aduro out onto the right-hand side. He's beautifully played into his teammate's path. Judd. You can just see the comfort level that Crystal Palace have. Is Whitworth very happy to be outside of his box just to keep the pressure on the Ipswich Town side as Lamidi charges forward now. Lamidi plays it across. Instead, it's not an intentional back pass. We've around about 15 minutes left here to play. Ball up to Eze, just double teamed in truth defensively. One from the front, one from the back. Is able to just nullify that aerial threat that Nelson Eze has. Walker-Smith. It's been incredibly impressive charging out from the back with the ball. It's Whitworth. Tries to get it to Aduro, but it's over his head and will go all the way through to Browers in the heart of the Ipswich Town defence. As you can see from the slight changes in attire at the edge of the bench, you can see it's probably started to rain and it's probably got a bit more windy through there as Casey looks to get the ball back, has done so very well. This is Angie Bowd, who has Bernard Ferguson on his right, slides it into the box. It's knocked away by Thompson in the first instance. O'Sullivan swipes it away in the second. Here's Judd. Judd has it back in the centre here, Judd. Can he go all the way, Judd? You can see that the captain, I think there's a wry smile on his face to basically suggest he shouldn't have been where he was. The right back, well, native right back, found himself in the edge of the 18-yard box. It looks as though Browers has certainly got a problem here for Ipswich Town, the number 2. He's hobbled off to the side. He's had Aduro, and he's had Martin, and he's had Casey and Acoli all to deal with. It looks as though there's a substitution on. And I think the change is Archie Brown, the number 16, just fleetingly at the bottom of your screen, came into view. I think that is Browers' game done. There's around about 13 minutes left in this fixture between these two. Crystal Palace 7, Ipswich Town 0 in the Premier League Under-18s South Group. And again, this result, or this win, shall we say, will put Crystal Palace within a point of Arsenal at the top of the table. As I mentioned, they drew 1-1 earlier on with Chelsea. So this is a huge result for Crystal Palace, certainly with their aspirations. As we mentioned, they finished 6th last season. But it doesn't really, as we mentioned, tell the story, as a lot of those players went to play, well, were certainly promoted during the season to under-21 duty. Now Ipswich Town have an opportunity to advance the ball. It's Nelson Eze at the edge of the 18. Good defensive challenge. And that one's by Greaves, who's now looked to advance his run on. He's fresh legs on is Greaves. Plays it back to Bernard Ferguson, who is one of 2 players still on the field on a hat-trick. Walker-Smith gives it to Lamidi, who doesn't quite take under control, and as a result loses possession of the ball. Here's Wood for Ipswich from the resulting throw-in. Charlie Wood. Wood. Back to Unadike. Brown. Unadike. Wood. Plays it onto Longway. Longway's ball is overhit and it goes out for Crystal Palace throw-in. Just adjacent, I say just adjacent to the 18, it's more so halfway into the Crystal Palace half, with the camera angle being a little bit deceptive for us. There's Wood. But again, surrenders possession for his team, gives it away to Greaves. There's Danaher, who's had a very impressive game, just tucking into that centre midfield position defensively. And now the burners are on here from Bernard Ferguson. Casey's down in the box, but I don't think he's going to get a look of a penalty there. I think it's been ran out by Ipswich Town, and the pass that was looking down the right-hand side for Unadike instead has been found out of play. Lamidi with the throw-in. Angie Bowd has got his feet set. Aduro with the strike deflected into the hands of the goalkeeper. It's going to be bowled out underarm to the left-hand side here for Ipswich Town. Can they get themselves a consolation goal here? Or will it be more of the same from Crystal Palace? Is Wood. Spare ball through the line, and the line's been beaten here. There's a chance here for Ipswich Town. Goalkeeper's down. That's really good defensive work. Whitworth has his defenders to thank for getting himself out of that jam. It was a line that was beaten by Burn Jurevich. But ultimately, the goalkeeper was rounded, but then he was saved by Greaves and co. So Whitworth has definitely got his teammates to thank for saving that clean sheet, because that looked like it was going to be a very easy opportunity had his defenders not got back for him. And then, again, though, it does show just how much Crystal Palace want this clean sheet. Ipswich Town have it just over, or just into their own box now as it goes. Pressed by Angie Boward. Laid out right-hand side here for Thompson. Thompson to Brown. Brown chips one back into the heart of their defence as O'Sullivan looks to drive forward here now, and O'Sullivan still running with it and does well and plays it, or looking for Eze, but instead it's been picked off by Lamidi. He plays it to Denaha. Walker Smith, as the wind kicks up in South London. Ball through the lines here. Is Casey onside? There's no flag here, but he's got no support. He's pulled it back though to the edge. It's Angie Bowd who puts it wide of the post. They're trying to equal what they had on the opening day against Birmingham City. And this time it'll be on home territory. Of course, at the moment, this would be Ipswich Town's heaviest defeat so far this season. They shipped 5 against West Brom. They shipped 4 against Fulham. As Walker Smith takes it under control for Crystal Palace. Whitworth, will it be kept in, or will it stay in? Well, Brown has kept it in. It's in towards Eze. Eze looking to dance his way through the defence. Appeals for a penalty, nothing given. The ball is given away, and now Palace have something to defend. There's a strike by Longway. And Eze still remonstrating with the referee. Felt he was brought down by Walker Smith. The referee was unmoved. Again, Palace just happy to have it in positions where pressure looks to be there, as there is an offside flag against Ben Casey. On the search for his hat-trick here this afternoon. Dante Martin got a brace here as well. He's off the field though. Any other player that can threaten the hat-trick ball is Mackay Bernard Ferguson on the right-hand side for Palace. Just ticking into the last 5 minutes here in South London. Crystal Palace 7, Ipswich Town 0. Can Ipswich get themselves a consolation? Here's Eze. Eze goes down again, but nothing was given, and Palace have another opportunity to drive forward. Here's Aduro. To Mako, plays it out to Danaher. Walker Smith has a good 10 yards radius around him to be able to play that ball. There's pressure not really on for Crystal Palace. The ball delivered forward into the channel on the right-hand side. Bernard Ferguson threatened it momentarily. That was before Mande tactically blocked him off, and allows the goalkeeper to take this one forward from a goal kick. Ball chipped down the right-hand side here for Ipswich Town, looking for Eze. It's hung up in the air for Ipswich Town. They have still got possession, although Eze wasn't able to get the header. Is Wood. As Palace win themselves a throw. Yeah, good defensive work by Crystal Palace. Lamidi with the throw. Palace still retain possession, but there's a poor ball there from Bonsu Amako, who gives Ipswich Town the ball here is Charlie Wood. Eze looking for some neat one-touch passing there from Ipswich Town. They have shown signs of trying to put something together, but it's just in that final moment Palace are able to just pick their pockets. Lamidi with a throw as Angie Bowd paused as Eze looks to give it a couple of step overs to the edge of the box, takes a strike. Good charge down there by Greaves. Will be a corner as Eze goes down. The referee said that he's okay, he's just got a bit of cramp creeping in, but with not long left. It's going to be Pedder with the ball in. Pedder, ball into the box. It's Eze who went for it in the first instance. The ball has come back to Ipswich Town. And the ball out to the right-hand side here for Thompson. Thompson delivers the ball into the box. It's cleared away at the first instance. They're pinning for a high boot there from Charlie Wood. Nothing was given. Wood with the ball back into the box, looking for the ball at the back post. It's cleared off the line. It's a huge opportunity for Ipswich Town to get on the board as the ball is ricocheted kindly here. Danger still on for Ipswich Town, but it's cleared away. What a block on the line that was from Crystal Palace. The danger is not gone though. Thompson, ball into the box, cleared away by Danaher. There's Aduro. Aduro delivers one beautifully into the channel here for Angie Bowd, but what a clearance off the line that was from Crystal Palace. Look, for everyone watching, it looked as though Pedder had put one goal bound, and he had done, but it had to be cleared off the line. Here's Wood. To Eze. Eze foul, free kick given. Foul by Greaves. Around about 30 yards out. We'll see it again here. It comes to the back post. It's an instinctive one, and I mean, thankfully we haven't got a second angle of it, because I think that might have been one that went over the line, but the referee had a better sight, as well did the linesman than I. It certainly looked as though feet behind the line, but certainly no VAR to call upon here for Palace versus Ipswich, to be ticking to the final minutes of regulation here. And it's been comprehensive from Crystal Palace. They were leading from within 2 minutes. They had a penalty inside 30 seconds. They were 2 goals up after around about 7 minutes. As Angie Bowd brings it forward down the right-hand side. Could they equal what they did on the opening day against Birmingham City instead? It's good work by Pedder. But it's equally good work from Palace here as they roll the ball out into the left-hand side here for Lamidi. Walker Smith back to Judd. Danaher looking for a pass on. His teammates offer it him. Bernard Ferguson has been incredibly impressive, as has a lot of this Crystal Palace side. Walker Smith down the line here to Lamidi. Maybe a couple of step overs. Ball rolls into the centre here. Here's Casey. This ball out to the right hand side, and it's deflected wide for a corner off of Mande's feet. We are into the 90 here. No real rush to take the corner here, but it will be Judd. Or will it? It won't be Judd this time. Lemidi plays it short to Judd. Judd to Lemidi. Lemidi with a ball in towards the box. It's had to be fisted away. You can just see Ipswich players going down. Oh, realistically suffering by the looks of things. There's quite a bit of cramp in the squad. Certainly have been full of running this afternoon. It's been a lot of it has been chasing shadows against Crystal Palace. And Sponsu Amako is brought down. Free kick given. It'll be interesting to see how long the referee adds for time. Ball back to Walker Smith. Danaher. Walker Smith. Judd. Back to Whitworth. Good take on the touchline, near side touchline for Lemidi. Here's Danaher, and you have to feel as though Crystal Palace just kind of looking for the whistle now just to bring this game to a conclusion, but it has been a comprehensive performance from Javier Alonso's under-18s. From minute 1, and I know that is normally a commentary saying, but from minute 1 they have been bang at it as the ball goes down the line here looking into Ipswich Town territory, but they have been at it from minute 1, certainly in the first half, and they were at it from the start of the second as well. It is a comprehensive performance which will, unless there is a goal in the next minute or so, will finish 7-0 for the Eagles. And this will put them 1 point away from Arsenal at the top of the South Group in the Under-18s Premier League. And there might be one more opportunity here as the ball goes through the gap. Casey's in on goal, and Casey has his hat-trick in back-to-back games. It is Casey's third of the game. Back-to-back hat-tricks for the young man. 8-0. Palace have replicated what they did on the opening day to Birmingham City. It's a wonderful through ball. We'll see it again here. As we just wait for the clip to come through to us, as we'll see it again here. Again, just striding forward from Lemidi. Tired legs, really good run from Benji Casey, and just delicately rolls it past the goalkeeper. It's back-to-back hat-tricks for Benji Casey, and he is in goal-scoring form, to say the very least. That's 9 goals in 4 league games for Benji Casey. He's the hot hand in this young Eagles side, as it is 8-0. As the referee brings the game to the conclusion, it finishes here at Crystal Palace's training ground. Crystal Palace 8, Ipswich Town 0.
I know.